How much in leads did you say you have for the spring already though?
Like 175K.
How much did you have like last year coming into the spring?
Nothing.
We just got to the airport in Seattle. We're going to visit Mike Andy's headquarters and do a podcast with him. It's gonna be awesome. I've watched him for years, so we're excited about that. Just got off an internal team meeting with our team because we're trying to work on bettering our things to make it better for all of our guys. But we're excited. We're gonna go to dinner right now at a steakhouse, like 10 minutes from the airport. We have 5 clients from the Seattle area, and one of them just flew in on a float plane from Victoria, Canada to come see us. Good. We just got a text from Adler in Kansas City. He just closed an $18,000 concrete job from Facebook. Previous contractor was not good at communication. It was kind of cloudy when you came in, but like it's super cool when you come into Seattle at night because you see like the football stadium and like the port and like the harbor. It's so sick. It's like one of my favorite places to find. Elevators. Rolling into dinner, they probably will not let us film. It is a nice restaurant. We normally don't go to nice restaurants, but we did, and that was probably a screw up. We're meeting like 5 of our clients that are in the Seattle area. One of them took a float plane to come see us, and one of them drove 7 hours. I think one of the coolest things we teach is like, and you know, you've probably been around maybe the longest of people here. You probably tested this where like, I can move you to Minnesota now, and you'd feel fully confident restarting a business.
Well, like when I started the group, I said, I'm not from where I live, where I have the business.
No connection.
So it's the same thing. I don't have family connections. I have nobody. And I have now been able to scale and grow through the network really, really well because of the things
Understanding
I've learned.
how to operate.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's like, I think the biggest thing we sell is clarity.
Yeah.
Like when you get like maybe 6 months in, you'll hopefully think a lot more like our system does, not me, but like our system. And like we could pick you up and move you to Iowa and you'd be fine. And like that's really what I like. I think that was like the most freeing feeling for me is like when you feel confident wherever you go, you're able to like restart. Like it doesn't matter, which is why I felt comfortable getting rid of Lakeshore. Because like I feel confident to be able to like build again because you actually know how to. It's not just like throw a dart at the fucking wall and hope it hits. That's I think what we sell. It's totally different from like an agency sale.
No, 100%. I can say from like when I started with you like a week ago, I was gonna just like feel you out.
Yeah, that's what everybody is.
When I seen the blueprint, like I've been in business going 5th year. When I seen the blueprint, I was like, this is 100% it. Like this, it's game changing.
It's also like speaking to you in your language, and that's what helps. Is like I did it for multiple years, and like I went through the same struggles. And it's not like I never claimed like we never had 30 employees. We weren't making 30 million a year. But like this is why I am who I am now because I understand the business side. That's what I'm good at. And like the reason that it's so helpful is I'm not giving it to you in rocket science terms. I'm giving it to you as close to as like a 5th grade education as possible because it helps most people understand.
Yeah. The conversation I'm constantly having with my wife is like, when we get the business to a certain point, I'm not afraid of getting rid of it up there, coming down here and doing it all over again because I know how to do it now. There's no fear in
not
that.
up to chance.
Even if I'm in another country, it's literally just go, take the steps, set up the systems, and it'll run, you know?
That's like Austin Packard's moving from West Virginia to Nashville to start a 2nd branch because he actually feels confident in what he's doing now, which is really cool. I honestly don't think people understand how much value we really bring for the cheap ass price. Like we don't lock you in, like you can leave in the first month.
I know.
Nobody does that.
No.
Nobody allows you to leave in the first month.
What I was telling the guys on the way down is like, I think I started in July, and I didn't tell you this yet, but I got a call from my accountant in December. She was like, hey, can we just have a chat quickly? Email, and I was like, oh shit, like what did I do? I called her and she was like, hey, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Q4, you doubled your revenue. And I was
we need that.
Hell yeah.
That was good.
And it's no joke, the numbers are there.
Yeah.
You double your revenue in Q4. It's like, okay, so I started in July, you got August, September I hurt my back and couldn't work anymore and I got out of the field. I spent all of September watching the videos over and over again, put the plan into motion, and from September to December did like 158,000 versus 75,000 last year, and it's like.
And he was back. He had to get out of the field.
Yeah, he was
too.
telling us.
Can you imagine you guys fucker doing that? 80% of our guys would be fucked. Yeah, I think part of the thing for us as a business is helping you guys understand that it's going to take a lot longer than 90 days to really build a real business. And like what you'll do is you'll start to see like you're in what month, like 7 or 8, roughly.
Six or 7.
You really start to see the waterfall like when you get months down. And the hard part is getting you motherfuckers in the first 90 days to actually do what I ask, so it happens quick. Because if you're lazy and you take more time, it's going to take us 8 months for you to see results. We're like, we'll get guys in month 4, they haven't been given gift bags for the last 4 months. Well, they probably had 6 more jobs that they wouldn't be complaining about not having if they would have started day 1. And that's some of the things is getting people to act, and that's half my job is just like trying to get people to act faster. I also don't think people understand the real volume that business needs to run at for you to have a really solid business. We get 60 leads a day. We book 10 meetings off those 60, and we sell 3 to 5. So when you guys get 4 leads a week, there's a good chance all 4 suck still. And this is where like people will tell me like, oh, I have demand figured out. No. Like one of our guys was like, yeah, I talked to this big company and they're doing like 100,000 door hangers a year. I'm like, yes, your 200 is not going to change your business. Like I just don't think people understand like the true volume that has to go in for us to get to like the point where we could like get you off of the job site, like and easily get you off of the job site. Like there has to be extreme brand and volume to get to that point.
I am asking for the owner's information, the owner's contact information. Can I get the owner's
You
contact?
get the owner, or they shut that down.
They'll either shut that down, or I'll get the owner's contact information. I'll call, I'll get shut down, or they won't respond. They just won't respond to the answer. So I'm just wondering if there's.
Yell louder.
Am
longer.
I doing something? Yeah. Is it like? Do I just keep peppering them with it?
It depends on where you're running into the issue.
Yeah.
Right? Because like, if somebody's just not calling you back, just keep spamming their email and with Loom videos until they say fuck off.
Okay.
Now, if it's somebody like that, again, you guys came in here and we couldn't get seated, and I came in here, we got seated.
you like 3 seconds.
You need practice and you need reps. So like, you just gotta start understanding how to like direct the conversation to get your way to get them to give you that information. Sometimes people will say no, and that's okay. The other thing I would say is leading with the social proof is very helpful. Like you have to pull up, like he has over 100 reviews. You have to pull that up because they take you a different level of serious when you have anything to back you. Like we've done a giveaway, or like, you know, I know you know more like rich people in your area. Like when you name drop people that you know people know, it gets you a little more, oh, maybe I take this person seriously, right? Like you gotta use anything that you have to your advantage.
Instead of asking them like, hey, can you just send work to me? You know, instead of doing that, you take them out to lunch. I don't know what you do, but if you could offer something for them for free, landscape, mulch, whatever, and then they'll be more apt to let you do that. If you bring value to them first, instead of asking just right away.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Or like, hey, email the coffee shop owner and say, hey, can I purchase $500 of $10 gift cards? I guarantee you they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
They'll respond to that.
And they'll call you.
They'll respond to that.
Yeah, so just keep drilling them.
Yeah,
That's basically it. Because the referral partners, like, that's easy.
Yeah.
Like, almost every
You
single.
send them Loom videos? Like the
I don't
coffee
send them.
people?
I just call
the
them.
coffee
and-
people though? The coffee people?
No.
Send
I
them
haven't,
Looms.
so that'll be a good try. Yeah.
Send them Looms. Every time you stop doing everything we ask, you stop all progress. And you have to do it repetitively for 24 months. And again, I'm a good testament of that. In 18 months, look at where we've been able to get. But I haven't taken any breaks. That's why. Like if I took breaks to go to Cancun fucking 6 times a year, like everybody with money that I have would, I would never be at the same level that we're getting to so quick. It's just because you start to, like, things just start to work in your favor. And then everybody that's trying to compete with you goes, how is this happening for them? Well, it's because of a small conversation Keaton had at a coffee shop a year and a half ago. That led him to some connection that gets him a whole nother 47 projects. And the competitor goes, this is bullshit. Keaton gets lucky. That's why you have to yap to everybody. Everybody.
Dude, I'm full subject to that.
Good.
Bad. Okay, I'm gonna.
But then when you yap to everybody, they got to be able to look you up and be like, holy fuck, I was just talking to this dude?
Yeah, for sure.
That shit. That's like, and that's the back of it. Did you see Christian's posts about like the community groups? Have you seen that? He posted in school and he showed 4 examples of customers taking pictures of him.
Yeah.
And like one of them had like 190 likes. Another one had like 97. That's thousands of people seeing you for free. You gotta use the customers just like we use you. That's why we send you gifts to tag us. So then he sees you on my story.
Right.
That's how you use, and we get testimonials.
Yeah.
We're doing everything we ask of you. Have you realized that? Like we do the exact same things.
And it really gave that connection. Yeah, because you're doing exactly the same stuff that you're asking us to do.
Yeah.
You're providing the example for us.
No, that's what I realized a while ago. I was like, oh, it's literally the example is you. You're the example.
And it doesn't matter that
Doing
we're
the exact
internet
same.
business. Like guys get weird about that. It's also way fucking harder to do what we're doing than it is in a local service. I promise you. 100%. You know how easy it is to sell an $80,000 patio to a lady? We can hardly get $1,000 out of you guys without thinking we're just gonna rip you off and blind. Like, and you're selling 80x that to a lady with hardly any of the proof. And I just think, like, it's all the small things, like, outside of the check that we're doing, too, like this. You guys will be promoters of what we do forever when we do things like this. You feel more locked in. You know, I DM'd everybody that was in our area that has been with us longer than, like, 3 days. And it's like, that's the extra things that build brand. Like, we're asking you to do the same things in your community.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for giving him a ride. Thanks for taking the fucking float plane to get to us.
Pretty easy, actually. Pretty simple.
Psycho shit, dude. Safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you fucking shortly, too, in
Yeah,
San
no
Diego.
doubt.
You
Yes,
as well.
sir. Appreciate you
Buddy,
coming out.
yeah. Travel safe. It's a nice strap job. I like how it turned out. I like how that turned out. All right, buddy.
Bye, boy.
Drive safe.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for grabbing my dinner.
Hey, least I could do. Thanks, brother.
If you want to come to San Diego again, just let me know. Make money first, but if you ever want to come again, a couple other guys are coming back, so you're more than welcome to.
Just let me know who's all going.
Yeah. All right. Drive safe. So the dinner that we did last night with all of our guys, I think it's so important for guys to get around other guys that are not doing the same thing in the industry and really trying to push themselves and, you know, not feeling weird about, you know, doing the extra things that we ask them to do. You know, one of the biggest excuses is guys worried about what other people will think of them when they do like testimonials or they're asking for extra things out of customers. They get real worried, and I think it's really important, like even just like I think Keaton's been with us for like 1.5 years. He was talking to Ted, and Ted's only been with us for literally a week, and he's a tree service out of Washington. And just hearing Ted hear Keaton's story about like how he's been able to switch his mindset and switch his business over the 1.5 years that he's been with us. I think that's why it's so important to get guys together. So like part of our group, we have 271 contractors currently, is like there's a map feature that everybody can see everybody across the United States that works with us, and we prefer that guys actually get together with each other. Like we had some boys from Minnesota that went down to Florida on like a trip with their family, and they actually ended up connecting with one of our contractors in Florida, and they went to like lunch or dinner, which was really cool. So Walker Outdoor Services and Rooted Tree Works are our clients in Minnesota, and I just saw this literally this morning on Facebook, and I think this is super cool. Like these are two guys that probably would have never met, and now since they're both part of BCBA, they're working together to help the community with the free Christmas tree pickup. And I think like part of what we do is creating community like in the trades. Like a lot of guys, it's like really lonely when you're building a business, and I think it's super cool to have like all these other built-in connections in the community that are all trying to better themselves and their business, not feeling like they have to do it alone. That's like a big thing. Dudes aren't scared to like reach out to other dudes, but like when you have like the tag of like being in our community, you just kind of have that extra in, and it makes it a little easier for guys to work together. I guarantee you JJ and Noah would have never met outside of Blue Collar. Yeah, that's awesome. Being on the board of a winter festival would definitely be benefit for, you know, your company and for the community. And it's funny what happens when you start doing the right things in under a year. You get asked to be on a board of something like that, where before probably nobody even knew you existed.
Like ideally I'm targeting tech projects like other contractors, and they just like show up so much easier on SEO with like tech in their name. So I don't know if there's a way I can change the website, or it'd be kind of hard to rebrand right now. It sucks, but yeah, just trying to think what I can do to.
You just need to stop thinking about all these small things that don't make you rich or not make you rich. If you want to change your name to have Deck in it, change your name to have Deck in it. It'll take you about 2 seconds. You just got to get re-verified on Google. Rebuild will change the whole website for you for free. But you got to stop thinking that you not having Deck in your name is not why you're not making more money. That's really the biggest thing here. If you actually do the right shit, it doesn't matter if your name is Lawns. You can still get decks if enough homeowners know you're good at what you do, and you can tell them that you do decks and you have a bunch of testimonials that say you're really good at decks. Obviously, a direct name search is going to show up like, Maple Grove Deck. The company that's named Maple Grove Deck is going to show up before you for sure.
Thank you.
You got a t-shirt and a sweatshirt in there, a hat, and then I got some shit from Mike.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'll get this all in. Let me get it. So come on in. Welcome to Augusta Nation's headquarters. Scheduling, trying to like smooth out any customer relations, like stuff like that. So they can just like focus on like actually operating.
Is that the type of support that they provide, like all of that encompassing?
Yeah. So we really like dialed it back. We used to offer like everything under the rainbow, and we really dialed it back so that like every single person here can become like a specialist in offering like high quality like admin support for all the different owners.
Are they doing is one specifically in charge of a specific tranche for like multiple locations, or they have like a pot of like 5 locations that a rep takes?
I believe it's more department wise. So they'll break down and do like different departments.
So basically what we do here in Command Center is we'll take calls for all the customers here. So we got a couple locations, Bellingham, Mount Vernon. I could get a call from Grants Pass, Oregon. Anywhere where these little green dots are is where I will take calls from. And then when the phones aren't ringing, we have a little system here that we will take calls for, or take tickets for. So it could be if somebody creates like a contact form on the websites, if we need to do estimate follow-up. So if an estimate's been sent and we need to follow up with the client, make sure they got it, we'll call them. If a franchisee has finished a meeting and sent us over the information for an estimate, we'll put it together and send it over for them. Also, if a franchisee wants us to, we'll do what we call over the phone mowing. We'll go and measure up like the square footage of this lawn, pop it into this estimate calculator we have here, and based on the square footage, it will give us pricing that we can give to the clients.
Heck yeah, that was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Sweet. Thanks for the rundown.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Appreciate
they run
it.
it down here. But yeah, and we just moved into this new space. So we have
this is
like
sick.
all Command Center reps here. We're about to staff up for spring. So this is still like winter numbers because like obviously we
it's
do lawn
different.
care,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
it's
just
different.
Like,
You got all the desks ready to roll.
yeah, exactly. So we got that going on, and then on this back wall here, we have Homeworks, like what was Copilot. So they're actually like running the.
Just rebranded, right?
Yeah, just rebranded. Like actually officially rebranding come February. So it's like
Nice.
still in that process. But
Yeah.
so we have like a bunch of people like they're actually working on the software, developing the software, and then that's like paired up with like a international team to do like a lot of the coding development as well. I also got this for you guys.
Oh, sweet.
Another little care package. What
Let's
size
go.
shirt are you? Let me grab you guys one more. Oh, so
It's
nice
got
little
all
box.
the yellow tees.
All unlimited yellow tees. We cornered the market on yellow tees. It's like super pivotal for.
Good to meet you, man.
See you, man. Oh, what's his name?
Dylan.
Dylan. Good to meet
Good
you,
to meet you, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. You flew in yesterday, or?
Yeah,
Real days.
yeah, last night, and then
Cool.
had dinner with some of our clients in Seattle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it worked, doubled up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So how many total do you have inside the system?
Like 275-ish,
Okay, cool.
give or take. It changes obviously daily. We sell a 3-month program,
Okay.
and then upgrade guys to a year if they want to stay.
Got it.
But we're different, as in we don't lock anybody into contracts at all. We just suggest like a 90-day, just like
Yeah.
if you're going to the gym, 3 days isn't going to help you.
Yeah.
So we suggest 90 days, but we let them out anytime that they want
Cool.
to try to make it cohesive with if,
Yeah.
small business owners, they deal with stuff all the time. And they're all across the country. We have a couple in Canada now. We have one in the UK,
Cool.
but mainly United States.
Cool. Is it all through school, or do you like call them and
So
like, you set in there?
it's all through school. Right now we have 2 different packages. One is like me as the CSM, like I'm doing all support for like our expensive ticket, and then we do have another guy that has underneath us that's been with us for 12 of our 18 months that does the delivery for the cheaper package for help support. So like,
3 month.
Yeah, yep. So
Got
we
it.
have like 3 main deliverables, which is like one is like our phase training. So like we have a 3-phase system, like, and we're more on like brand, lead flow, and sales specifically is where we try to like switch people's mindset on like, you know, instead of just pouring money into paid ads, like try to set the foundation first before you do any of that. So we have the 3-phase trainings like in school, and then we have weekly live calls in school 1 time a week. We're all, you know, go off for an hour about things that like I just try to take notes throughout the week in all my meetings about big topics that people are missing. We have those, we record all those. We record all our in-person events and put them in there, like any like collab group calls that we did. Like I did one with John Seaman, who's on the East Coast, he's in excavation. So like they get all that. And then we have the community, obviously, with 270 guys. It's pretty strong now. A year ago, it's like nobody posts, obviously, but now it's getting really good, and it's really cool to see. We had like a 30-guy group meetup in Minnesota because that's where I'm from, so we're definitely strong harbored there compared to everywhere else, and that's part of it. And then the last part of the deliverable is like the CSM help of like I'm 24/7 support for anybody that has the higher package, and then Owen is 24/7 support for anybody that has the lower package. I'm trying to do what I teach our people to do, which is like the unscalable until you have such a brand, you know, like, and we've been able to get to like 255-star reviews in the education space, which I feel like is hard to do. And then on top of that, like we've been able to secure like Diamond C as a partnership, CMP attachments, Sturdy Graphics, people like that. So I feel like we've built the trust. And now the next thing is like we either raise prices or we make it more scalable. And I want to keep it obtainable. Like I don't want to go to like $3,000 to $5,000 a month because that obviously kills a lot of the reach for a lot of guys that are in our space that don't trust online people. So I'd rather get me out a little bit and not make it so expensive. That's crazy.
We do a podcast?
Yeah,
Let's
we just
go.
finished, so then yeah, you guys want to post them in the studio and we'll get recorded.
And guys just go throughout like their whole life without expectations setting and framing, I think too. You know, we get guys that start to get out 2 months in project-based work and they're like, I don't know what to do. Well, tell the client you're 4 months out if you know you're going to get there in 3. Well, they're never going to be mad at you if you tell them a week ahead of time, hey, we're a little early. Are we good to come? You know, instead they'll tell them, hey, it'll be 2 months, and then it rains for 2 weeks, and now they're there 3 months later, and the client hates them. And that's just a framing thing, you know. And for us, like we always tell people with our support, we'll be back to you 9 out of 10 times within 2 hours. Like, and we always beat that. They're happy with us. Now, if we told people we'll be back to you in 60 seconds, they would hate us. And it's just and I think guys struggle with that massively. And I think it comes back to the same thing with like the, you know, setting the rules and expectations framing before they come in, you know, so they know that like, you know, Mike's not going to be my friend, you know, he's going to create a good culture and it will be a friendly workplace. Like he has to enforce the rules. It doesn't mean Mike hates me. It doesn't mean Logan hates me, but you have to set expectations before they come on board. Like I always tell guys that when they're interviewing people, like they're not setting any expectations for what this company looks like. And like, that's why it's impossible for you to keep employees. The way that we look at it is like, we're going to try to do like, we have a thing in phase 2 of our thing called like the lead pyramid. And like for us, you know, paid ads is at the bottom. For us, most guys go like this and paid ads is at the top the moment they don't have demand. And what we try to instill into our clients is if you can do absolutely everything you can to maximize personal connections in your community, you'll probably have a much lower cost to acquire a customer, which most guys will not get, but much lower CAC. And, you know, normally across our businesses, like we're seeing like if it comes from a customer referral or a contractor referral, which we push extremely hard, you know, that the LTV of the client is actually like double what it is from like a cold source of traffic. So for us, we try to make everybody go super aggressive into like maximizing the chance a customer refers you, right? Like, you know, everybody online, like the buzzwords or reels is like, you can't live on referrals. You can't do this. Well, you can't live on it if you're sitting in your basement, you don't talk to people. But like if I go and like we give customer gift bags for every single job that we do because they're $3 to $5, it gets built into overhead, and we're gonna give the chance for the homeowner to come back and spend more money with us with a different project because we're gonna incentivize them with another gift card. We're going to give them 3 gift cards to give out to other people in you know, friends, family, neighbors, churchgoers, whoever. You know, we teach our guys that type of stuff. Is there anything that you would have that maybe like isn't talked about for like lead generation that you think is like an underrated tactic? Because I could bring a bunch of them, but I'm just curious from your perspective for so many years in the industry. I think that's why it's so hard when guys are at 200K, 500K, 700K, is they've never done any bit of volume and marketing to understand what actually works. You know, I always tell guys too, like the door hangers, they work for us amazingly well as well. And, you know, guys will do door hangers in year 2 before they have their brand. Like maybe they have like a crappy website, maybe like 3 reviews. They put the wrong things on the door hanger. They do 200 of them. They don't get a job and they go, door hangers suck. And then they never go back to it. And I think that's why, like, in my opinion, like in the trades, it's extremely hard to get over that hump, to get to a bigger, like to understand like acquisition channels and marketing, because they just get such negative reinforcement so quick from some of the marketing things. Like you said, like the way that we explain it too in our group is, just like you said, all marketing works. That's why marketing is marketing, and it exists, and it's a real thing you can get a degree in. It works. The way we like to explain it to guys that normally makes sense is like, if you have a casino and there's 10 slot machines, right? One slot machine, you put $1 in, you get 3 out. One, you put $1 in, you get 10 out. One, you put $1 in, you get 33 out. Well, why would you not jam the one that you put $1 in and you get 33 out? And most guys never get there because they only do like one, they try one thing and it doesn't work right away in the first 10 minutes. And then they just like are like, oh, my market's bad. Homeowners that can afford to pay you need to know you exist. And I think a lot of guys just spend a lot of time behind the computer, not doing anything to make people know they exist, and just staying to themselves. And we always teach guys, like, anything you can do to get in front of those people, you have to do. You never know what connection is going to come from. Like when I'm at the gas station, there was a guy in bibs and I was about to start talking to him, you know, because you never know like who that guy knows. You never know who he'll connect you to. Is there anything like creative wise that you've seen work that you could give away?
Yeah, like the biggest thing we're focused on right now is, before I even spend $1 on marketing, there's so many boxes that need to be checked. And so I see people go to marketing, whether it be, like, I look at marketing as like, if you're going to go out and give free pies, if you're going to do something for free, I still see it as a marketing cost.
It's definitely still a cost, yeah.
And so before that even gets crossed, I think that 90% of people are not doing all the other basics, because like those tactics is what everyone's looking for. It's like, okay, can I do the free Christmas thing? Can I go to the pet, what was it? The pet,
like the rescue place.
Yeah. Like, those are all great. Yeah. I agree. Same thing with running Facebook ads, running Google ads. Like they're all great good, tactics. Yeah. I think 90% of people don't do all the basics before that without spending $1. Like, is every estimate that you send out followed up on? Like, they've already asked you for an estimate. Like, the fact that you don't get a yes or no is crazy.
Or like speed to lead, or like the way you're presenting estimates. Like, are you attaching anything there for context? Like one thing that we tell our guys to do is like, especially for bigger ticket projects, like we send Loom videos. Like if they're not presenting in person, we're sending a Loom video like with that estimate to explain like, hey, Kathy, you know, even if you don't go with us, we want to take 5 minutes out of our day just quickly to give you a rundown about things to look out for if you are hiring for this service, why we would maybe be the best contractor for you, or help you understand why we might not be the best contractor for you, to disarm them a little bit and going through that. So doing all those free things too, right? Like, and you know, even some of those things that were like, it costs money, right? And like, it's maybe a tactic, you know, still like when guys don't know what to do in the winter, like, go to the coffee shop, go to the bakery, go to the ice cream place in the summer, just talk to humans. Like that doesn't cost you anything either, to just get in front of more people, to give you more shots on goal. Because if I take 100 shots from half court, I'm going to make a couple of them. If I only have 3 to take, I might get bent out of shape that they don't want to go with me. You know, that's another big thing, is like, especially for project-based work, is like when they don't have enough lead, like they get 3, and the 3 they're really excited about. It's like their first $30,000 patios. And then the customer goes, man, I just think you're really too expensive. And then all 3 say the same thing, and the operator gets so discouraged because it's like your heart's ripped out of you when you're really excited to finally have a lead for that, or, you know, more leads, and your heart gets ripped out. So, you know, we don't ask people to spend until they have the budget, and we're profitable, and we can do that with some of those unique, or, you know, more unique ways to get in front of, and, you know, personal connection with people. I think the compounding benefit most people don't ever reach, and I think that's like, again, just like if you invest in a Roth IRA, like the biggest gain is at the end, right? I think it's the same in business. Like people like to switch, like you said, focus on one, get really good at it. Like they just go back and forth and don't do anything consistently. And we just try to get people to take a lot of the small actions consistently, to try to have stuff start to roll for them, and things just happen. Like as simple as like, and again, you know, I hate the one tactic gets you rich too. I'm just always curious to learn if there's anything that like isn't brought up publicly. You know, we try to hammer into our guys' heads that like, to get everything to work, you like one thing that we tell you to do is not going to save your business. Like you have to do all these things, do them repetitively, and it'll still take like 3 to 6 months for the market to catch up. You know, just like if you're in a gym, like you do the right things for a month, it's going to take a little bit for the body to catch up. Like it's the same thing in business. And for us, like simple things is just like, you know, Facebook's a great tool for like, you know, it allows you to search by town, like who lives in that town. Like when you're sitting in bed scrolling reels at night, which most guys under $1 million are doing, you know, maybe just pop over to Facebook and add 5 to 10 new people in your town. You know, we had a guy that's a cabinet painter in Pennsylvania. He had been doing that for like a week, and somebody messaged him and goes, hey, you know, by the off chance, I don't know if we actually know each other, but you friend requested me. I see you own a cabinet painting company. My wife wants our cabinets painted. Boom, there's a job. And then the big thing for me is it snowballs down the hill. It's not just the job. And that's what I think people don't realize, at least in my opinion. It's like, it's also building of your brand because you have a personal connection with another human. You can resend them offers every month to reactivate them, but you also get the review on both platforms. You maybe are able to get them to do a video with you, or, you know, at least take a picture of you in front of the project that they post maybe to social media. And it's just doing all those free things, or like, you know, basically free things to not have to spend the marketing dollars. And I think that's what a lot of guys miss, at least like with what I'm seeing in like our 270 companies across the United States. Like they want the check, but they don't understand how important the actual like back end of that is. Where like that is like the arbitrage, in my opinion, in the marketplace currently with home service, is that people just take the check. I look for, in my opinion, like the arbitrages in marketplaces. And I think that one for me is a big one that who knows how long it'll last. But if you looked at it like a real estate deal, that's like you're getting a $1 million building for $150,000, probably less. Like that would be an obvious thing to do if it was real estate. Yeah. But if there's not a dollar amount assigned to it, I think people almost don't comprehend it as much, if that makes sense. Like it's just not looked at as positive, but that's really like how we're trying to differentiate ourselves to get better quality as well of leads is a big thing for us. Like we want them to have that personal connection because it makes business run smoother. You don't have to convince them over 4 different, you know, phone calls to get them to sign an estimate. They're ready to go. They have a personal connection to you. You can charge a little bit higher of a margin. When you have a higher margin, you can hire a better level of talent, a better GM, a better, you know, foreman, and this type of thing. And I think that's something that's not talked about enough, is like the arbitrages in marketplaces. And I think there's so many in home service right now. And I always tell our guys, like, I don't think that will be around forever because it's just like you said, it's standard business practice to follow up with leads in any other business. That's an arbitrage in the marketplace because people aren't willing to do it. But I think there's other things that are arbitrages too that people just don't take advantage of because there's not a dollar amount assigned to them.
But one thing for you on content side, are you thinking of ever going like to your clients and doing more like shop tours?
I would love to.
Yeah.
But I can't yet.
Why?
Because I work way too much.
Working doing
like
what?
In the business.
Oh yeah, dude, you gotta get someone to do all that stuff.
Like these are all just from when we were in there.
But if you went to their shop, people would watch it as content.
I know. We're trying to get there. That's why we need to fix the off. We're gonna sign brand partners. Like we've signed 3 already. That like they have filmers, so like they send us all of their stuff. So then it just becomes not just me. Like it's like their job sites. Like we're wrapping people's equipment for them. So like our stuff is synonymous with these, you know, $3 million excavation companies. Like so it's not just me because I don't want it to be just me.
Dude, you should totally do shop tours. I'm telling you.
I know. We want to do it.
Bigger businesses, you got a lot of excavation, a lot of equipment.
Yeah.
Those will crush.
Yeah, I know.
They'll sell it.
I know.
Good.
That's why we're fixing our offers, so I don't have to work in an office 14 hours a day. I can't leave right now. And then like the events we're doing, like they put me back, like because I'm gone for 4 days, and then I'm way behind.
Like once a month?
Yeah, right now. Like we have one in January, one in February, one in March, where we do like 3 days in San Diego with 16 guys. But that also creates an immense amount of content for us. So that's why we run those. And then we're doing one in Minnesota this year with like 200 to 300 people. We already have 174 people a weekend signed up for it. We're giving away like a Diamond C dump trailer, a hydro bucket, like a bunch of stuff too, where we'll be able to create a lot of content there.
Anyways, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah,
I just want to see you win.
I appreciate you having me out.
Yeah, man.
It's cool to see this.
Yeah. No, just keep doing your thing, man. I know you're helping people, so it's good. And I don't have a problem with that. I think it's good. Because like some people just will never join a franchise because they don't want to change the color of the truck. Okay, great. Like I still want you to win. I want you to learn. And so it's good to have like, I almost look at you as like a franchise without having to change your brand.
100%.
It's like, hey, you get all your community aspect, you get a lot of the information. So it's good. Good for the industry.
So we just left Mike's headquarters. It was really cool to see the operation. They had desks everywhere, people everywhere. As good, better than advertised. just seeing how well run that operation was really cool to see, because sometimes internet people, it is not that way. They are great. Now we're headed to grab lunch, probably work for a little bit as well, and then we're gonna go over to dinner. They have their annual conference, I believe, for all their franchise owners. I think there's gonna be like 100+ franchise owners there. And we're gonna go over to dinner, hang out with them, do some networking, maybe interview some of their guys, and then head back to Denver tomorrow. So I recorded for maybe like an hour and a half with Mike, and if you look here, I got like 28 texts from guys to answer. And this is why it's becoming hard to build the business side of things for Blue Collar, is because of our service level, and that's why we're transitioning to other people being able to service, so we don't have to charge so much money.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, just want to check in with you. We're doing really fucking good. I've been talking to a lot of guys just around me, and we've been getting calls off the ass with really good jobs, and a lot of them I've been able to go close on too. So even just these past 2 days, I've closed on about 15K worth of stuff, and for me that's awesome, because it's just Softscape stuff. So those are really good filler projects, and hopefully I'm gonna update you here in the next week. I'm hoping to have, I closed on a 50K a little while ago, but I also have another one that's about 40. So if I can close on that and then all of this shit too, that'll be pretty much like a month worth of shit already, like 100 and close to 50K out. So looking really fucking good. That's not even counting some of the stuff we already had on the books for this coming year. So looking really good, dude. Been passing your name on. I got another guy. His name is Chris Riesenberg. You may have reached out to him, but I kind of talked a little bit about my experience with you guys today with him, and told him that if he needs anything, I'll hit you up with your info and everything.
What's up, dude? I'm very happy to hear that you're closing projects left and right compared to the other guys, especially in the dead of winter with no money in paid ads. That's not a bad place to be. And then the fun thing is the volume should probably 2, 3, 4x when we get to spring, when everybody actually does want to call. So it's a really good leading indicator that you probably need to start recruiting and looking to hire if things are already getting this out of control. And then I do massively appreciate you passing the name on. If you want to loop me into a text with him, you'll get credit for the referral, and anything you need, let me know. We'll see you in San Diego shortly. Here's another one from Thomas from Christmas City Landscaping. I just landed a $7,500 tree job and $3,200 trimming, one from a wreath handout and the other one from a gift bag to the zoning lady. Deposits in hand too. I like these like live, just rolling in, all these people making money. How much in leads did you say you have for the spring already though?
Like 175K.
How much did you have like last year coming into the spring?
Nothing.
That was good. That's not bad, eh?
No, it's really nice, and it's all stuff that I want to be doing too. Like
not like a $200 mulch job.
No, which there's still all that on top of it too that we have to do. It's like
it's just free money.
It's free money. Another 50 to 100 potentially, depending on how many new people call us.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Right, but it's like 3 patios, a wall, or 2 patios and a wall, a couple of big planting jobs.
Okay, you gotta get this actually, this is sick. So one of our guys who does hydro seeding, he had no business, like literally a year ago, like literally no business. And since he did the right stuff and people actually trust him, he was able to get Bobcat, like the dealership in Brainerd, to partner with him to give him a free skid to plow 20 driveways for the community for free, to get reviews, testimonials, give out gift bags, and actually build brand and community. And I think that is sick, because he didn't have a business like 12 months ago. Most people that have been in business like 5 years, Bobcat would never trust you because your brand looks like shit. That's what I wanted to show, because I think that's so sick. We're headed back to the airport. What is it, Friday morning, I think. I just did like a 10-minute call with Owen. He's one of our service reps, and then trying to get everybody dialed in from our team, as well as all the text and voice notes that I had from my clients. me and Dylan went to breakfast, so we were a little behind on those. Now we're headed back to the airport. Probably got to take like 2 meetings in the airport and then fly ourselves back to Denver and back to Minnesota. We are done with the trip. We're headed back. We just dropped off the rental car, back to the airport to do some more meetings. I think the biggest takeaway for me was Mike's team is just dialed in. That it was really cool to see their operation with how many employees they have, how efficiently they run their business, and train, recruit, hire, operate, all that stuff, and just thinking bigger and doing more quicker will get you to your goals faster. So I think that was the biggest takeaway. Outside of that, it was really cool to spend the day or spend the night at dinner with some of our clients. I think it's important for all the other clients that are watching this. You should use the map tab in our BCBA group to find other contractors that are in your area, and you should meet up with them, go to dinner, get to know them. It's really cool to be around other guys trying to do the same thing. Yeah, Seahawks! Yes, go Seahawks! We are now starting long form, so this is the first video of that. We'll be recording all of our in-person events, going to San Diego, so you can kind of see behind the scenes of what it looks like to become a client and become a client for more than the first 3 months. So we have like 3 of those trips coming up, January, February, March. We also have an in-person event that we'll be having in Minnesota for our contractors only. It's like our first summit for our 300 plus contractors, and the goal is to, visit some other people in our industry, some of the bigger creators in our industry, and show you guys what some of their operations look like as well. So I appreciate you watching, and always take violent action towards the goal.